Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. If you're new here, if you're not, thanks for stopping back by. My channel is all about my journey with personal finance when it comes to debt, savings, and budgeting. So today I'm getting into my budget reconciliation for September. It is now October 2nd, so I can officially close out September and show you guys how I did with my spending. So without any further ado, let's just dive right in and go over the numbers. So, as per usual, up at the top here, we've got my housing and utilities. They looked pretty good in September. So, as you can see, paid my mortgage. That was pretty regular payment. Electricity came in under the allotted $100, so that was only $84. Trash was $10.18 as I expected. Internet was the same price as always at $45, while trash again was also the same price it always is at $14. My phone bill did not change at $37.89, and I was able to put $60 into my sinking fund for propane so that next time we have to buy, it'll be not a terrible experience. Next up, we get into my auto section. This is insurance and fuel. So due to some luck, I did pretty good in this section. So my auto insurance came out at $99.23 as expected. And then for fuel, I spent only $70.59 when I had allotted $115 for that, which helps me out later, of course. Whenever I come in under somewhere, I can go over somewhere else. But that has to do with just not really going anywhere in September. I did visit my friend in the city for a few days, but that was just the trip there and back gas-wise, so it wasn't too bad. And then just a couple trips to the nearest metropolitan area to us. So that's where we get our groceries. Anywho, next up we have my debt payments, which I will get more into in my debt payoff video. But rest assured, I was able to make my regular auto loan payment. I made my allotted $650 payment, and I even made a little bit extra payment there, which is awesome. And that is as a result of a bonus that I received from work. So I'll get into that later. But yeah, things went well in debt. And then food, I went over for my groceries. Usually a lot, $150 for groceries. This time, the reason it went over partially is because I get fuel points from Kroger, and I was really close to getting 30 cents off per gallon from my September points. So I was like, let's go to the store. And then between Trav and I, we ended up spending quite a bit of money, and we got the points. So we did get the 30 cents off a gallon per gas. So that was great because he drives all the time and we were in his car, so he got to use the discount. We even filled up some gas cans for our tractor and stuff. So it was great to get that, and totally worth spending a little bit of extra money later in the month of September. It really just primed us to be able to not have to spend as much in the beginning of October anyway. So it's great. We, had some really good meals. He actually made me, I think he called it a po' boy sandwich, which don't judge me for not knowing everything about food, but it was like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And that was from that trip. So worth going over once in a while. Anyway, in my personal fast food budget, I put $25 there. That was from when I went and saw my friend up in the city. We ended up ordering it a couple times, and then I didn't end up going out to eat and paying for it at all, other than when I was with my friend. So that helped even out some of that overspending there, but not quite all the way. And that's okay. My food budget is one of them that I know sometimes I'm just going to go over, but once in a while I go under, which is cool. And then next up, we dive right into my savings section, which is my favorite section because I do really well in it usually. So for my Roth IRA, I did put $100 into it. For my home projects fund, I did put the $100 there. And then for auto maintenance, I allotted $25 and put $650 into that sinking fund, which is because I got a bonus at work. So I'm going to go through that bonus in a minute, but yeah, I put a lot towards my auto maintenance sinking fund because I do have some auto maintenance I need to do, and I've been saying it for months and I just haven't done it yet. So that's another reason I don't drive very much. But anyway, moving on, my new phone fund. This is what was really exciting to me because I found out in very early September that I was getting a bonus, and I've been saving up for a new phone. I think I had like $100 maybe saved up. I don't remember. I had a little bit. And I needed a new phone. My phone absolutely just stopped working. And by not working, I mean it didn't have enough storage, and I have 7 gigs of music saved. So I just kept running into storage issues, and it would cause the phone to not run how it's supposed to because of all those storage issues. And I ended up, the week before I bought a new phone, I deleted almost everything off my phone, and it was working fine after that. But it was like, I just can't like live without all my apps. So I bought a new phone. I actually got a reconditioned Galaxy S9 from Amazon, and it ended up $173, and I bought a case for it too. So that was the extra $10 there. So I ended up spending $180 on that. So way over on the new phone fund. But again, I got a bonus, so it was okay. And then I got to my vacation fund. I did put the $50 I planned to save in there. Good with that. And then gifts fund. So what happened here is I allotted $15, and then I sold my own old phone, which ended up being about $100. So the person who bought it was just so sweet, and I just felt so bad that I was giving them this phone. So I even offered it for less to them. So like, anyway, I just felt like guilty. So I decided to put the money that I got from selling my old phone towards gifts for Christmas and just gifts in general. So I bought my partner some candles and stuff like that. And then the rest of it I put into my savings fund for Christmas so that I will be able to help out and buy all the kids Christmas gifts this year. And I just felt like that was the best thing to do with that money. So next up, I was able to put $50 towards my household maintenance fund, even though I thought I was only going to put $25 because of that bonus. And then emergency fund, I did put $50 towards it, as expected. So overall, my savings fund went really well this month, obviously because I had extra income. Next up is entertainment, and it's the same as literally always, so I just don't even want to go through it, but I have several subscriptions, and they all came out auto draft just like they're supposed to, so life is good there. Next up, we have my miscellaneous fund, which is dog food, treats, and stuff like that, and I did end up spending over in that. I bought a big bag of dog food, a couple toys. I don't even remember everything I bought for the dog. But yeah, it went a little over. And then for household items, I went over there as well. Again, I don't really remember what all it was. I could show more maybe. Oh yeah. The reason I went over there is because we went to Goodwill and we found 2 like cooking items that were like super good to have. So we went ahead and just bought them. Personal spending, I went quite a bit over. I used my $50 Amazon gift card for part of it. And then, what was the rest? I did get a refund for some clothes I bought at Walmart, but yeah, I ended up buying some clothes at Walmart, and I went to an event that was Beer Olympics. So I paid for that. And then another thing is I got some cash that I ended up not putting in the bank. So I kept 20 out as spending money. So I included that here just so that it was like included in the budget, that I did not put that towards something. So technically I still have that money. It's like going to be personal spending. So anywho, for miscellaneous, I went way over as well. I budgeted $50 and spent $180. 100 of that was to open an M1 Finance brokerage account in order to get the $50 bonus for opening an account through someone's link. So that was really cool. I did get my $50 referral bonus after I got that open, so that was great. And then I also got a photo shoot, bought some stickers, and just some various things. So miscellaneous ended up being quite a bit over, but again, 100 of that was from just opening a brokerage account. So now we get into all the income, because I had some extra income this month. So in my first paycheck, you'll see it's way over the 14 that I expected. And that is because I got a referral bonus from my company for $1,500 before taxes were taken out of it. They actually tacked it on to my first paycheck. So instead of like getting a separate check, this is how they did it. And it ended up it was $1,500, and I ended up getting about $970 from it, which is a lot of taxes to come out of a freaking bonus, but that's life. So anyway, and then I got my second paycheck. I had gotten that $50 Amazon gift card, and then I did get $2 from Google Opinion Rewards, and every dollar counts. And then I got $150 from doing a consumer logic focus group in a nearby town. It was actually like a legal focus group, so it was really cool to participate in, and I got paid, so that was great. And then, like I said, I did sell my old phone. So all of this contributed to some of all these overages, and overall, I brought in $4,081, spent $4,070, and had leftover of $1,169. So I also wanted to show you the ugly way that I like use to budget my extra income. So when I get income that's not included in my normal budget, I don't just magically decide where to put it in there. I actually have to type it out and decide like, how do I want to spend this? And I kind of play with it a little bit before I end up making that decision. So here I have extra income. I put my referral bonus, how much it was on top of the 1,400. So that check, all I did was subtract 1,400 from it, and that gave me how much was the actual extra income. And then I put my focus group and my phone cell money in here. I didn't include the $2 or the 50 because the 50 was already expected. So with that, that brought me to about $1,227 extra income this month, and I just had to decide how I wanted to divvy that up. So I knew that the bulk of it I needed to put towards auto maintenance. So I put that one at the bottom, and then I knew I bought the phone like first thing. So I put that in there, and then I had that photo shoot. So I did that. I knew I wanted to put a little bit towards my Jeep loan because that is such a high priority for me. So I budgeted $150 out of there for that. I knew that the 100 from my phone cell needed to go towards gifts. So I just put 100 there. I opened a M1 finance account, so I put that 100 in there, and then I did keep the cash that was at $20 I mentioned. So I put that there, and that left me with $625 that I could easily like put towards auto maintenance, and then $857 that would be like leftover if that's how I actually spent the money. So whenever I do stuff like this, I do this until the month is over and the money's been put in its right little like envelopes, and then I just delete this out of my document. I don't like keep this for like looking back on. It's just kind of like scribbled notes. Like I would do this on a sticky note if I didn't have an Excel sheet. So that's kind of how I do that. And I did have $1169 left over, and as y'all know, I do like to have a little bit of a buffer in my account, but anything over $10 I usually like to do something with. So I'm putting that $10 of the $1169 towards debt payoff for October, and I feel good about that. I usually don't put such a small amount towards my debt payoff because I love making big payments, but I just tacked it onto one of my payments and it will be great. So with that, we now have just a teeny tiny thing left to go over, and it's probably the best part because it is my pretty pictures. So I like to give you guys a little visual of my budget breakdown and how things turned out. So you can see on the left here that I had a big portion budgeted for debt and not nearly as much budgeted for savings. And the big difference here is the debt section. I actually did spend more on debt than I planned to, but because I got so much extra income and I put so much towards my auto loan payments, it made my donut look a lot different than I expected. So yeah, that's kind of what it looked like with all the extra income. That's how it changed things on the breakdown. On a normal month where the income doesn't change, like I get the exact amount of income I'm expecting, then these donuts are more fun to compare. But this way it's like they're totally different because of all that extra income, which I am so grateful for. I can't believe I managed to pull in, a little bit of extra income this month and was able to really put that towards some important things for myself. Key thing is that new phone because I'm super pumped about it. But yeah, anywho, that's all I have for you guys on my September budget. I know this was a little bit longer of a video, but thank you so much for bearing with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great morning, noon, or night, whatever it is for you.